Hi, I'm Kirsty, welcome to my channel. This is a part 2 video, so if you've not watched part 1, you should. If you have, let's get into it. But yeah, that happened, so I got 42, so I was like, oh my god, I've done it. I did it! And then I remembered the 776 at a high level. So I scrolled down in my mind, did that mental mathematics, I realised I missed my offer. I got 766 or something like that. No, I got 766. But I did miss my offer. But at that initial moment I was like, I did well, I can't really complain. Like, I smashed myself, I exceeded my expectations. Everyone around me was really proud of me. My mum was proud of me, my dad was proud of me, I was proud of myself. But I still didn't make my offer, and it was kind of like a raining on my parade, like hailing on my bat mitzvah or whatever. Like, it just ruined the whole mood kind of thing. I'm that kind of person who I would rather, like, if someone said, oh, even as a kid, like, oh, we're gonna do a race, so whoever wins gets this chocolate or whatever, I would rather just jog and not win. And then when people ask me why didn't I win, I'll be like, well, I didn't try my hardest, obviously. I'm that kind of person. I'd rather not do my best and fail than do my best and then still fail. And it's a really bad character trait, but that's the kind of person I am. So for me to do that, like to exceed my own expectations of myself, to exceed the expectations of people around me, and to still not succeed technically, was a massive kind of, I don't know if it was an ego blow. It wasn't really an ego, but it was just kind of like a little bit of what I thought the world was like was different. Because it was kind of like, I always had that kind of capitalist mentality that, you know, if you work really hard for something, it will happen. But like, that's not how life is. Another thing about my application was that I didn't tell anyone. Apart from, obviously everyone at school knew that I'd applied for Cambridge, and my mum and my dad knew, but I didn't tell anyone outside of my family. So, or my family, like, I didn't tell my aunties or uncles, I didn't tell my family friends, I didn't tell my close friends outside of school. Like, I just didn't tell anyone because I didn't want that kind of pressure. So it was kind of good because I didn't have to call anyone up, and no one was calling me being like, oh, how'd it go? Like, I just kind of retreated to my room, chilled out a bit, enjoyed my holiday as much as I could. Like, it didn't really dampen my holiday, I still had a lit time. But the IB results day was actually in itself a flop, like a massive flop, because out of the whole cohort, as I said, like, one girl who wasn't snaked. All of us were snaked in some way. There were like 3 of us who got Cambridge offers. On that day, not one of us got that offer. People were shook. I think we were all shook. We were all shook for each other. And we all just felt snaked. We felt snaked by the IB. We felt snaked by our teachers, even though it wasn't technically really their fault. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Like, the whole mood was weird. And it was to the extent where you couldn't even talk to your best friends about what they got because you were scared, like, that they wouldn't want to talk about it. Like, I feel like everyone on that day was pretty much snaked. And I'm so grateful that I wasn't snaked to the level that I could have been snaked. That whole situation is a testament to how much universities don't understand what the IB is, because I feel like if you knew what it was, that wouldn't have happened, and you wouldn't have asked for such high offers when you know exactly what's going on. Like, they're really pushing us to the edge. It was actually like, it was a mess, a complete mess, because IB results day was like in June or July, something like that. It was really early. So I just had to chill. There was nothing I could do. I just had to wait. And then A-level results day came. On A-level results day, I heard absolutely nothing. Like, one of my friends who also didn't get their offer on that day got secured, and I was happy for her, but I was kind of like, damn, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I guess that's it. I told my mum, I was like, they didn't say anything, so I guess I didn't get in. And mum was like, that's odd, why didn't you call them and just in case, like, they got mixed up or something? I was like, I'm pretty sure they didn't get mixed up, but cool. So I called them, and they were like, yeah, we know about your situation, but
we just haven't decided yet.
And that's kind of when my eyes dilated, because I was like, I've been through so much, and if they had just told me you haven't got in, I would have just been completely fine. I'd been like, alright, calm, because I'd prepared myself for it. But when they were like, we're still deciding, I was like, okay, now I care. I wasn't on the edge before, but now I am. Like, everything just came together. I realised, like, everything I'd worked for, and I started, like, blaming myself, like, you should not have been watching Waterloo Road at that time. Why were you doing this, that, and the other? Why are you getting lost in the sauce? You could have spent your time doing this. But then it wasn't nice, because I had been so proud of myself, and now to have my own self, like, rip all of that down in, like, over a 2-minute conversation, was absolutely mad. It's so weird what we do to ourselves. I think part of the reason why it was so deep was because, like, it just seemed like I represented a group of people that just don't get in. Like, I'm black, I was a woman, I'm applying for architecture, and I'm not exactly rich, and you can hear my accent, so it just didn't seem like, firstly I knew I wasn't going to fit in when I got there, but at the same time I was kind of felt like, you are so stupid for thinking that you could get in. Like, why would you think that? You're deluded. And it was even more deep because there were girls in my school, like in the younger years, who I'd never spoken to before, like little black girls who were seeing me in the corridor and being like, I heard you got an offer, congratulations. And it just seemed like there was this kind of group of us that we knew the ting, do you know what I mean? We just knew, and we all just, I don't know, I just felt like if I didn't get in, I would let some people down. Like I didn't want them to think that they couldn't get in either. But yeah, at that point, I just remember lying down outside my mum's bedroom. I wasn't living for it. And that happened, I slept. Again, I woke up, opened my eyes, and went about my day, I guess. And I got a call and they were like, hi, is this Kirsty? And I was like, yes, it's me. Like, I was already angry, do you know what I mean? And they were like, oh, yeah, we've decided to offer you the place if you still want it. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, I'll think about it. No, I took the place. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, blah, 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 blah. And that's when I told people outside of my family, like when I could actually secure it. But yeah, that was the story. I still got in. It was fine. It worked out, even though I technically missed it. And I guess the moral of this story is, don't worry. There's nothing you can do to change it. At this point, the ball is in their court. It's not in your court. You don't even have the ball. So don't worry about it. Like, everything will be fine. And you know what, even if it's not fine, you can't change it now. You just gotta wait for those results and then sort it out afterwards. Like, you can worry, but you'd be messing up the longest, probably one of the best opportunities to have a great holiday you've had in your life so far. Don't let them do that to you. Like, why? Like, when you struggle so hard to revise, either watching this video because you feel like, realistically, you feel you've not done your best and you're really worried, in which case you can't change anything, B. It's done. Enjoy your holiday. You deserved it because you worked really hard, right? Or you know you smashed it and you're just psyching yourself out because you can. You shouldn't do that either. Enjoy your time and then glow after you've got your results, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to let you know that it's all okay. If this video stressed you out and you feel like that day was an absolute disaster, wait till you hear some of the things I have to say about first year uni, because I flopped then and I'll flop again. So if you like this video, like it. If you want to vibe with me on a reg, you can subscribe. You don't have to, it's not by force. And if you want to vibe with me on a daily, my social media is here. So I'll see you later, and I hope life is all good until we get there.